Hi, Stephanie Mackara here with Money Minded Mondays with Mackara, and we're talking about generational wealth. So as I mentioned before, we need to redefine what that means. It doesn't mean it's just for the 1% or it's for trust funds. And so what are some examples of things we can do today for ourselves, for our family, for our kids, so that we're building the foundational concepts that will lead to not only financial wellness, but yes, generational wealth. And so a transfer of knowledge is required to do this. It's not just a transfer of money, because you may have heard the term shirt sleeve to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. And what that means is there's a generation that's a wealth builder, a generation that creates the wealth, right? There's the generation after that has seen what that wealth looks like to build, but the knowledge may not be transferred, but they've witnessed it for themselves. So they understand what went into building this wealth that they then enjoy in their lifetime. Oftentimes, if it's a sizable amount of money, the individuals in that second generation are not necessarily working in the same way, working in the same capacity. So that third generation is so far removed from how the wealth was built. And if the knowledge is not transferred, that generational, that human capital, to show and educate on what it means to build wealth, what it means to be a good saver, what it means to be a good investor, that third generation, by that time, the money's gone. Imagine that. Imagine how that could change, and that money could last for legacy and legacy and legacy for generations and generations to come. The only difference is the knowledge wasn't transferred with the money, right? The values weren't transferred with the money. And so it really starts with education. So maybe your generation isn't the one that's going to have the wealth to transfer, but you can certainly transfer that knowledge so the next generation understands how to build wealth for themselves, how to build wealth for their families, and this will become a beautiful cycle to sustain and support ourselves as we move forward. And then next month, what I'm going to talk about with you is creating a mission statement for your family. That mission statement will be so foundational in helping to make sure that your values are transferred, that your knowledge is transferred, and hopefully the wealth will come from that, the financial wealth, the social wealth, just the wealth of being, in a beautiful place in life. So I'll see you next month. Take care.